Good evening, Rose Garden. This is Rose with the Chandler's Rose, and I am back for another fragrance review video. I had promised to review the Rustic Escentuals. So I think we are H through T on these, and let's just jump in. Okay, so White Jasmine. I have to thank Olga back in 2015. Yeah, 2015, I had purchased their Jasmine and it was all right. She told me about White Jasmine. This is the most delicious, decadent, delightful fragrance, Jasmine fragrance ever. I will never, ever use another Jasmine ever in life. This one does not accelerate. It does not discolor. I use it in several fragrances. Fragrance blends and in my cold processed soap, and it is beautiful, always in winter. Next is Lime Spritzer. This smells like the taste of lime Skittles, which by the way is making a comeback. Just in case you all have not heard, Skittles has learned the error of their ways and they are bringing back lime Skittles. Now I hope that Rustic Escentuals learns the error of their ways and brings back Lime Spritzer, because I've been holding on to this for the past 2 years for personal uses because I'm not sharing with anybody, and it's past the shelf date that I could, responsibly make any product with it anyway. But oh, does it smell so good. And body butter, oh my god. Moving on. Okay, so next is their mango. Now their mango is good. It does smell like the fruit. I would say it smells like the fruit when it's sweet and it's overripe, and it's perfect in my personal opinion. I use this again in many blends. Does not accelerate, does not discolor, and the fragrance stays true. It does not morph, which I absolutely love. So this one is a winner. Now Nature's Garden has a mango that if you cannot afford the Rustic Escentuals, I would say you can go ahead and use the mango because, it's not bad. It's actually close. Not too close, but it's close. Okay. Moscato. Oh, okay. I have several best-selling fragrances with this Moscato, and I again will never ever change my Moscato. So Rustic Escentuals, please don't ever change the formulation on this one, or whoever is supplying Rustic Escentuals, please don't ever change the formulation on this one, because I absolutely love it. Does not discolor, does not accelerate, and the fragrance lasts in soap. All right, next is pineapple. Now this is a temporary label that they have on here, but this is pineapple. They used to have a pineapple FES, Foxtrot Echo Sierra, but for some reason they stopped carrying it. So, but this one is a close kissing cousin second, and I still use it. I love it. I have several popular fragrance oils that I sell using this pineapple, and no one has noticed the difference. I did warn my clients though that the base oil did change, but I told them that it's basically the same, and thankfully they trusted me enough. All right, next one is patchouli raspberry. Okay, so patchouli raspberry, it's more raspberry and blackberry than patchouli and raspberry. So this is one that I normally have to add a little bit of patchouli essential oil with in order to get it that way. But this one is not as good as the brambleberry patchouli raspberry that they used to carry back, I think in 2013, 2014. But if somebody does not like the heavy patchouli fragrance, then this is okay. But again, it does not smell like patchouli. It smells like raspberry and blackberry, but it's still nice. You just got to blend it out. Okay, so next is pinkberry and tonka bean. And I know that this one is almost empty, but you know what? I must use this in a blend. And it's a blend that I don't make too often because off the top of my head, I don't remember what I put this in. But it's nice. It's a soft, subtle, pink sugar, pink floral fragrance. I wouldn't, I'm not mad at it. It's good as, by itself, or you could blend it with a little bit of plumeria or a touch of gardenia with some vanilla with it. And that would be it. Yeah. Raspberry. Okay, so this raspberry is actually a really good raspberry. I actually blend this with another raspberry from a different company to make my one of my coffee soaps. On its own, it's fine. I've actually blended this raspberry with a sun-ripened raspberry from Nature's Garden and put in, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of the raspberry blend to patchouli essential oil in order to create my own patchouli raspberry that I use for certain high dollar accounts. So this is good on its own. It's good mixed, but you can always mix it with something and it's great. So this is one I would continue to buy from Rustic Escentuals. Plumeria. Okay. Plumeria is this one is just as good as the Brambleberry one. Oh, sorry. Does not accelerate or discolor in soap, cold process soap. This one does not accelerate or discolor in cold process soap either. And I know some of you might be saying, how in the world? Well, I figured out I could still have a high hard oil count for my base recipe. It just depends on which hard oils I'm using. And also with this Plumeria for the blend that I use, sorry for kicking that, for the blend that I use, I just make sure that when I do use that blend, if I'm coloring it, the color is already mixed in very well incorporated. Excuse me. And then I just, I just make sure that this blend goes in at the very last second. And then I do my drop swirl, my top swirl, and I'm done. And then my last one from Rustic Escentuals is Toasted Marshmallow. Now, I am not gonna lie to you, I agonized over telling anyone about this. And the reason why is this is the key to several of my fragrances' success. But at the same time, there were enough people that when I started off that they shared with me that it would be a disservice to their kindness not to share. So this one slightly discolors to a light tan, but does not accelerate in soap. So this one I absolutely love. Coming up in probably July, I'm going to be making several soaps that have this in it. So I'm gonna have to bump up to a 5-gallon container. But yeah, so this is the end of my Rustic Escentuals. I don't have any others. I've made sure to go through all my shelves to make sure. So yeah, these are absolutely my heavy hitters, except for the Pinkberry Tonka Bean, because again, I don't really remember what I used it in. All the rest of these are multiple purchases, except for the Lime Spritzer, because this is another one I'm gonna have to ship off to AFI and ask them to dupe, because I need this in my life, and I believe other people need it in their lives. So that is my video for the fragrance oils from Rustic Escentuals. This is J through T. If you have any questions, of course, drop a comment below in the comments. Like, subscribe, share. And of course, if you ever want to purchase any of my products that I make with these oils, you can always go to www.thefragrancenook.com and purchase from there. I also teach people how to make their own fragrances for their businesses and for personal use. And that's on there as well. You all have a great night. Stay safe. That was me scooching back the chair. I did not pass gas, just so you know.